Hey guys, this video is going to go over checking solutions for equations. So I'm going to go through a couple equations and show you how to check answers to those equations. All right, so we have this following equation here, and let's say that somebody worked this out and they got an answer of x equals -4. Okay, and they want to check to see if they did that right. So they're going to go back to the original equation, which I have up here. So this is the original equation, the thing that's written on the paper to start with. And everywhere they see an x, they're going to plug in a -4. So I'm going to come back up here. I'm just going to start by rewriting it. So I have this minus sign, so I'm going to keep that, minus. Okay, then instead of this x here, I need to put a -4. So I'm going to fill in a -4, and then it says -2 parentheses, plus. Okay, here it says 2 times whatever x is, so I'm going to write that out. 2 times x was -4 equals. Now, over on this side it says -2, so I better write that. Parentheses, now here's the tricky part. It says negative and then x, so I got to put a negative sign, and then x is -4. Then it says -3. Okay, so all I did was kind of start by rewriting it. Okay, now if you guys notice, these are all numbers everywhere here. So we kind of have to follow the order of operations. First, I'm just going to kind of draw this line down. So I'm going to come to this side over here first, and I'm just going to work it out following the order of operations. So I have to do inside these parentheses first. Okay, so make sure, because we know all these numbers, we have to do inside here. So it says -4 minus 2. I'm going to add the opposite. I get -6 inside there. Okay, now don't forget there's still this minus sign out here, so I got to write that. Okay, plus, well, here's some timesing. I can do that. 2 times -4 is -8. All right, so now I'm still going to stay on this side. Now I have to think, well, what's the opposite of -6? Now I can actually do that, which is 6 plus a -8. And I know 6 plus -8 is actually -2. Okay, so now I'm going to come over to the other side, and I'm just going to erase this row. Oh, never mind, I can't erase it. So I'm going to come over to the other side, and I'm going to work this side out. So if you look real first, we have to do inside these parentheses first, because we have to follow the order of operations. So again, I need to do inside there. Well, the first thing I notice is that it says the opposite of -4 inside here, or -4, that's actually going to turn into a +4. So now it just says 4 minus 3, which is 1. Okay, and then it says to times it by -2. Well, -2 times 1 is -2. So if I look at my check, I got the same thing on both sides. I got -2 equals -2. That's true. So I know I did this problem right. So my answer of x equals -4, I plugged it back in and I did it correctly. So that's how I know it's correct. All right, so here we have another problem that we want to do a check for. So somebody worked this out and they got an answer of x equals -9. Okay, and they want to see, well, did I do that correctly? So what they need to do again is everywhere they see an x up here, they need to plug in a -9. So I'm just going to start by rewriting. So I have -9 over 2 plus, up here I need to write -9 minus 1. So I'll write -9 minus 1 over 4 equals, again I have another x, so I better put a -9 there, then plus 2. Okay, so now I just have to work this out. So right here, this is dividing, so -9 split in 2, I know that's -4.5. Plus, okay, here I need to do the top first, -9 minus 1. Well, I'm going to add the opposite there to make that a little easier. So it ends up being -10 over 4. Okay, so if I want to work that out, I actually know that's -2.5 equals, and then I have -9 plus 2 on the other side. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of work this out. I have -4.5 and -2.5. Well, if I put that together, that's actually, think of it, I put the 4 and the 2, that's 6, and then a half and a half, it's -7. And on this side, I get -9 plus 2, that's also -7. So I got the same thing on both sides, so I know I did it correctly. So my answer of x equals negative 9, I did that correctly. Now, if I would have got something like this, negative 3 equals 5, when I did my check, I would know that I did it wrong. Okay, that's when I would know my check did not work. All right, so again, that's how you show a check. All you do is you plug in the number that you got for x and work it out. I just want to remind you guys, when you're working it out, make sure when you have all the numbers filled in and all you have is numbers now, you need to make sure you follow the order of operations, okay? So that's important when you're doing your check. So once you have all the numbers rewritten and filled in, you can work it out and just make sure, again, be very careful and follow the order of operations.